and his son Flens are in the courtyard of Macbeth Castle, and Flens is carrying a torch. Banquo asks Flens,
"How late it is, boy?"
"Oh, I didn't hear the clock, but the moon is down, so it must be past midnight."
The moon is down, the night is starless, and there are no streetlights in Macbeth's castle. Banquo is dead tired and feels as heavy as lead, but he's fighting sleep because he's afraid of his own thoughts or dreams.
"Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thought that nature gives away to in repose."
Enter Macbeth, Banquo awake. It's almost made him edgy. When he sees another torch, he takes his sword away from Flint and calls out,
"Who's there?"
"A friend."
When Banquo recognizes Macbeth in the dark night, he wonders why Macbeth is still up, and then tells him how pleased the king is with Macbeth's hospitality.
"I have something to give you. The king sent you a diamond for your wife, for your husband."
Oh, we weren't prepared for the king's visit, so we were unable to entertain him as he would wish to.
No, you were an excellent host."
Banquo brings up the subjects of the witches and tells Macbeth that
To you, they have shown some truth.
I think not of them.
which was a lie. After this lie, Macbeth adds, with seeming casualness, that sometimes he liked to talk with Banquo about the witches.
"I'm willing any time."
Give me your support when the king gave me the title of the king of time.
In short, it looks like Macbeth is offering Banquo a bribe for Banquo's support regarding something having to do with the witches who said that Macbeth would be king. Banquo has very clearly implied that Macbeth could have something dishonorable in mind. Macbeth sends his servant to talk to Lady Macbeth.
Servant, go tell Lady Macbeth to ring the bell when my drink is ready.
The servant is supposed to think that the drink is some sort of toady that one would have just before going to bed. Actually, there is no drink, and the bell is Lady Macbeth's signal that the coast is clear for Macbeth to go and murder the king. Macbeth is so obsessed by thoughts of the murder that he starts to hallucinate, he says.
Is this the dagger which I see before me, the dagger to in my hand?
He is very anxious while Macbeth waited for his wife's bell. She waits for the news that he has killed the king. Lady Macbeth waits for Macbeth to come with the news that he has killed the king. Lady Macbeth listens intently as though she could actually hear the murder being committed. She is very excited, as says of herself.
The witch had made them drunk, had made me love. What that witch them had given me fire.
Lady Macbeth drinks some wine, but she feels bold and fierce, not drunk and sleepy. At this moment she thinks she hears something and says,
Hark! Peace! It was all that chair, the fire below, which give you the ship. Good night. He's about it.
As Lady Macbeth is thinking that she would be a better killer than her husband, he appears and says,
I have done the deed.
I had the old scream and the creaking cry. Did not speak?
When?
Jessica.
Now.
This is me.
Enter Lady Macbeth. Banquo, Madcuff, and Macbeth express their woe at the death of King Duncan. The porter pretends that he is Hell's gatekeeper.
He is a real cop. If a man were a part of the Hell's Gate, he shall have the old turn in the cave.
And then he describes some people he might welcome to hell.
Maybe a farmer who hangs himself, or the kind of person who thinks that it's not as in to tell a lie.
Ironically, when the porter finally does open the gate, he has the cheek to beg a tip, saying,
Where are your blade?
Yes, sir.
Enter Macbeth and discovers King Duncan's body.
What? Is the king worthy? Is the king feeling worthy of thing? No.
He leads him to the door of the king's chamber.
Awake, awake! Ring the bell alarm. The king is dead.
Enter Lady Macbeth. Banquo, Macduff, and Macbeth express their woe at the death of King Duncan.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, the king has been murdered.
Enter Malcolm and Donald Bane and told of their father's murder. Macbeth announces that he killed the grooms who did the deed. Lady Macbeth faints. Malcolm and Dolbane, fearing that they will be murdered next, flee.
The king has been murdered.
Wrong!
Your royal father, mother.
Enter Ross and an old man and discusses what an unnatural night it has been. The discovery of King Duncan's corpse happened shortly after 3 a.m. Now it is daytime, but still strangely dark. The place is somewhere near Macbeth's castle, and Ross is talking to the old man.
I have think hard therefore, and think strong, but this sore night hath trifle formed knowing.
Oh, good father, that's terrible.
Ross points out that though Claude says it's time for the sun to shine, it's still dark. Ross thinks that maybe this terrible night is stronger than day, or maybe the day is ashamed to see what has been done in the night.
Another thing has been happening.
Enter Madcuff Ross and Madcuff doubtfully discuss the news that Malcolm and Donald Bane are responsible for their father's murder.
How goes the war, sir, now?
Oh, what do you think? Just look around you.
Who did the murder?
Macduff repeats the official line.
The king was killed by his grooms.
Ross and Macduff are thinking that Macbeth killed the king. They're too cautious to say it out loud at the moment.